Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I know this is a little bit different from what I'm used to doing. You guys have been seeing a lot of car content lately, but I wanted to do a quick review on the new Wings Simulator game that has just come out for the FPV wing racing community. This is a really cool jump into competitive wing racing online, and I'm always excited to see new competitors out there. Many of you know that I've been in the wing racing circuit in years past. I was on the Drone Worlds team and took second place at Worlds alongside James Haley, who took first, as well as fifth place. I think fourth and fifth we took at Nationals. So overall, I think this game has really brought me back into it, and I've been outside of the wing racing circuit for quite a while now. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So if you're interested in this game, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe. But I will jump into it. So I am using a Spectrum Interlink DX. It's the same controller I use on Real Flight. And again, I use Real Flight for RC flying. I'll be playing this for the FPV racing element of it. So definitely check that out. But you can use whatever controller to do that. You would just go into settings and then of course controls, and you can see that you can set it up here. So they have the TBS Tango as sort of what you look like, even though my radio doesn't look like that, but just showing you where the sticks move. So you can configure and you can set up your controller. It even recognizes it here. So back and out of there, back into how many airplanes do you get? Well, there's quite a few. So there's the TBRC Reflex. We're going to go backwards. So Flight Test has a couple in here. There's a Corsair, a Mini Mustang. Oh, sorry, skipped that too fast. There's a Simple Scout, the Kraken. Then there's the Video Aerial Systems Wraith and Wyvern, as well as the FPV-WRA Spec Wing. The Team Black Sheep Cafrina 2, which is pretty cool. Ready-made RC Strix, Strato Surfer, as well as the Nano Goblin. And there's a random Extra 300, a Brunelli CBY, which Loadmaster, which is interesting. A Ansley Peace Drone, interesting. Squab Trainer, Outlaw 250, little short wing. Lazy Bee, 3D Foamy, TBRC Warlock, very cool. Slipstream Glider, Fun Cub, TBRC Reflex, and that's it. So today I'll be using the TBRC Reflex, and I'll be showing you guys both free flight and race. So we're going to first jump into race, and I want to point out there are 3 maps in this game so far. I'm sure there'll be more added in the future. There's a golf course, which I think is modeled after Edgewater Park with Flight Test. There's FPV University, which probably is modeled after the wing racing circuits up in Virginia that they do at the university there. And then a rural airstrip, which I'm not exactly sure what is modeled after, but it's cool nonetheless. Now within each map, I'm going to jump into the university one. Within each map, there's a ton of different racetrack setups on the race section. If you're just joining a map to do free flight, you can spawn in different locations on the map, but look at all these different maps. There's trial courses, there's cross-country courses, there's just fun ones where I actually haven't tried this one yet. I've been doing a lot on spring break, and I'll show you this one because it's probably the shortest one that I can do on video without boring you guys to death. But as you can see, I haven't been amazing at it, so 11th and 13th. Now with each aircraft, there's a different leaderboard. So as you click through and you go, well, somebody's done a little bit of glider action, as well as TBRC. Each airplane has its own leaderboard, which I think is really neat because every airplane has its own speeds and capabilities. But I'll be spending my time with the TBRC Reflex. So the cool thing about this is you can zoom in and look at the track and really get a good detail. I mean, look at all the way down. It's almost like I'm in the actual game. Really cool. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. So we're going to hit select track. Now in FPV WRA wing racing, there's sailboat starts, which means everyone starts on the ground, launches from a spotter like this. You launch the aircraft, and in this case I hit a switch, and then you go up and you see that countdown. You would hear the announcer counting down, and you need to get through the main gate. I'm nowhere near it. You know what? We're going to start that over. That's terrible. We're going to start that over. But you would need to get towards the main gate in the time. You can't go before it. So I have to line this up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, I missed that. The lap is not good. It's not green. Oh boy. Okay. Well, hey. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sorry for being terrible at this, guys. We're going to get going here. There we go. This will be a good lineup. 3, 2, 1. There we go. 0.046. That's how you want to do it in real life. You want to be through that gate to start your lap before everybody else gets through it. Now, you run the risk of not getting the lap started if you go that soon, but ultimately that's how you win races. And then you want to be throttled down and punching through here. I do like the fact that they're using the same gates that we see in real life at races. These are big inflatable gates, and if I happen to bump one during this, you'll see how the airplane reacts. They are inflatable, so the airplanes typically bounce off of them. Sometimes they keep flying, sometimes they don't. But it's really cool to see the exact gates in here. You can also see that little smoke giving you an idea of where you need to be. Of course, for these gates, you actually have to fly through them. But if you can see, I'm not really hitting that smoke, but I'm cutting the corner here. As long as I'm near them, you'll find that in certain races you can cut the corners a little tighter than you would in other races. Like for this one, for example, I can cut this corner really tight, but I have to stay on the outside of those field goal posts. So we're going to come back through here. We're on lap number 2, coming back up underneath the arches as we climb around to the start gate again for another couple more laps. Now I will say the game has the ability to trim this aircraft. Normally I run a little bit of clicks of down trim just so that when I let off the stick the airplane dives, and that helps me a lot for lining up on certain gates. In this one I haven't quite set that up yet, so I'm having to constantly push down just for my own self. But you can set up trim, which you don't need to do, obviously. It's just a personal preference thing. But I think it's really cool that they've added that in here as well. So yeah, so far I'm feeling like I'm actually in an FPV wing. You're not getting the buffeting as much, like the wind. I wish there was ability to add wind in here to change up the difficulty levels. But I think that obviously that could be something they can add in the future. But as you can see, guys, I'm really trying to cut these corners tight. I don't believe I'm going to be making a best lap time at all, but maybe this is a faster lap than my other ones. Trying not to crash for you guys, trying to get through a nice clean race and finish up here. Got one more lap to go after this, and I'll show you guys what it means to fail miserably, because I can't quite even touch the guys that are in the top 10. I just don't know how they're doing it. So I really need to spend more time with this airplane, or just learning the course a little bit better to try to cut the corners better. So wing racing, it's all about that lap time. You know, it's not like car racing where the best laps win or the fastest time wins. Definitely the first one through the main gate. But that lap time really makes a difference. And when you're flying a wing, you can make a slight mistake and not be able to make it back up for it in the rest of the race, which I feel like is every race, every type of racing. Alright, so there was personal best race, 2:37, so that'll definitely rank me a little higher. New race track time, 9th. I got in the top 10. Nice. Well, very good. I did not expect that, to be honest. So that's exciting. So let me go ahead and land here. But overall, guys, I didn't mention this while I was racing, but I mean, look at the graphics in this game. Like, the fact that you can fly through here, you can fly up and around. I mean, they've done an incredible job of modeling a real world to fly FPV wings around, and I'm just blown away by this. I mean, look at this nice parking lot. You can hear the wind sound in the background. I think this is it's just super cool. So kudos to you guys for doing all this. Let's go ahead and back out of here, and I'll show you guys the free flight. You can also turn on ghost mode too if I were to do this again. So we'll go back out. We're going to do single player again. We're going to do free flight this time, and let's go to the golf course. And again, I believe this is modeled after Edgewater. You can kind of see the similar setups here. But we're going to start over a hill climb. There's actually a cool race line through here, but the race won't be turned on. So we're going to select that spawn. And here we go. I'm going to put a couple clicks of down trim in, just because maybe I can't do it right now, but I'll do it. There we go. So I'm going to launch the airplane. Let the map load a little bit. I get a little bit of frame rate loading right as I start maps, but usually they clean up real quickly once the map fully loads. There we go. It's getting better. I'm also recording, guys, so my computer's trugging along, but this is the free flight. I mean, you can fly through and have fun cruising through the trees and enjoy what FPV is for so many people. You can definitely enjoy it, or you can pick up some of the race lines that they've left in. These, of course, would be lit up when you were doing the racing, but I really love this line. The fact that you can fly like through the trees, down this hill, up the other side. This is really cool. I love this line. It's super fast too. So I'm definitely gonna have to try this racetrack out. I don't know it all yet, but it's pretty cool. So let me climb up a little bit, guys. You can kind of see the size of this map. Just do some nice chill flying here, and you can get an idea for how big it is. I think if I fly this way, no, I'm trying to find where the Edgewater Park entrance would be. I think it's back this way. I really do think it's back this way. We'll see if it looks like it does on the flight test videos. So overall, guys, really impressed with this game. For a wing racer or someone looking to get into wing racing, or just someone who likes the open sandbox style of this game, I think they've just done an amazing job. It's not for the quad pilot. It's definitely for the wing guy. You know, if you're interested in wing racing, check it out. The link is in the description. I don't get any affiliate money or anything like that from these guys. I just wanted to do an honest review of the game to show you guys what it's all about, since it is so new, and just to give you guys a little bit of a different taste of something on my channel. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Sorry I haven't been able to make much videos lately. It's been a crazy time at work. But I'll be back out and making some new videos soon. So for any lack of anything else to say, thanks guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next video. Cheers.